This here is Balmont Lake. Quite the place, isn't it? I guess I can see why Mr. Black picked this place for a photo op, huh? There he is. Yeah, just as Tramp Fine described him. Big one. Be careful now. Better not hurt it, or Tramp Fine would be very upset. Good. You got the picture. I suggest you clear out before he notices you. I heard back from Emily just now. She was very grateful that you found her notebook. Since you've proven to be reliable, she wanted me to ask you for another favor if you're up for it. She's got this idea to take some pictures of the local area and put them up in the towers for the visitors to see. I mentioned the ones of the bears you took for tramp fine, and she was impressed since he's so picky. She's looking for photos of 3 different landmarks, and she'll pay well for it. This time you won't have to put your neck on the line with a 600-pound black bear. This here is Willipeg. I know Emily wanted a picture of the caves in this region. You're in High Lake now. See if you can find the rock formations that it's known for and snap a picture for Emily. This is Sheila. There's some cabins here that Emily thought captured the spirit of the reserve. Great, you got 'em all. We've got a printer back at the lodge, and I promised to print 'em out for Emily so I can take it from here. Thanks for all your help. Hey, I just heard from Paul, and it seems we might have a missing hiker. Got lost this morning and didn't end up at a meeting point as planned. Search and rescue's tied up elsewhere, so Paul went out looking for him. We'd sure appreciate some extra help, though. So, the missing fella's name is James Worthington, 36. Headed out into Highton Peaks this morning. If you can pick up on his trail, then we'll get a better idea of where he might have ended up. We think he might have started his hike from the Chopeka outpost. He was supposed to meet a friend by the tower in Willowpeg, so start your search in Chopeka. It seems as if Emily isn't quite done dressing up our fire watchtowers yet. She's been out looking for Roosevelt elk with Beatty recently, and I guess at some point she got the idea to hang an elk trophy up in one of the Calburn towers. She asked if you could help out by bagging one. Roosevelt elk can be real tricky to find, but she mentioned seeing some pass by a hunting stand in Calburn several times in the past. That's as good a place as any to start. And some pass by a hunting stand in Calburn several times in the past. That's as good a place as any to start. In case you haven't noticed, Emily is fascinated by the Roosevelt. I guess the only thing out here she fancies more is Paul. The two have grown quite close over the seasons. Damn it, I knew it would come to this. Listen, Tramp Fine is gone, no sign of him anywhere. That means no bad signs either, but I've got a bad feeling about this. The last one to see him was a hiker, not too far from Mount Kraken. Tramp Fine used to tell me he thought there was a secret government facility or some such up by that mountain. Now, that's just a bunch of hokum, of course, but I can tell you what ain't. Mount Kraken is bear country, and Jonathan's been getting too darn close to those bears. Could you head on out there and see if you can find out what's going on? I'll do what I can on my end.
Okay, I am attempting to knock out two missions at once. This harvest the Roosevelt elk bull down from a hunting stand, and I just built this hunting stand right here in Calburn, and I'm trying to get this Connie number 3 harvest a male Roosevelt elk down with a shotgun. So I've got the drilling rifle with a drilling scope and a 16 gauge slug, and let's see if we can call one in.
This is the area. See if you can pick up on his trail. Just got off with Paul Beatty, and he hasn't seen him anywhere near Hyden Peaks, so he likely hasn't gone north. Tried to reach Hope, too, but he's out hunting or something. Great, you found his track. Seems like he was heading southwest, as expected. That's where Paul's looking. Should have found him by now, though. Why don't you keep following the track and see if it veers off somewhere? Looks like he went off the trail here. Maybe he tried to take a shortcut? In that case, he'd end up north of where Paul and the others are looking. I'll let him know he shifted direction. Paul just radioed in that they found the hiker. He was lost further north, as you suspected. Thanks a lot. We would have still been searching if not for you. Paul also wanted me to send his thanks to you. I asked him about any new challenges he had, but he said he was busy and had to meet someone. Someone, huh? $10 says he's hanging out in Emily's tower as we speak. Well, at least his dad wasn't too busy to come up with a new challenge. There's a ground blind down by Highton River. It's a great place for moose hunting. Paul and his dad have got a friendly competition going. See if you can beat their record. Moose are nearsighted, so they don't scare easily. The real issue is finding them in the first place. That's got to be his track. Better find out where it leads.
Okay,
Seems to be heading down from the mountain.
we're trying to find Tramp Fine. He's lost, and I found the tracks right here. Coordinates is down in the bottom right corner. This is where I found his tracks, and I know it can be frustrating for some people because I run all over this trying to find them, and this is where I located them at. So I'm not sure which way. I think he's going this way. I think he's going southeast.
What's that? Looks like Tramp finds bag. And the tracks just end there? No blood or anything? Strange. Alright, I don't think there's much else you can do at the moment. I'll just have to get search and rescue out here. This is Highton River. Great job. Yeah, that's a big one, all right. I can't wait to see Paul's reaction when he hears about this. This is Leviathan Lake. Now, you just need to find a good spot. This is Leviathan Lake. Now, you just need to find a good spot. I wonder if there's a full moon out. You don't believe in werewolves and ghost stories, do you? That just about does it. Fiona will be very pleased with your work. Well, I'll be damned. We found Tramp Fine, alive and kicking. Turns out it wasn't any government conspiracy, alien abduction, or even a bear attack. He was just getting some alone time. I found him in Balmont on the ground wrestling with Hope. It seems he found out that Hope had hunted one of his favorite bears, Rudy. I can't even keep track of Tramp Fine's bears anymore. Hell, I know I'll never make those two become friends, but it would help Jonathan cool off if you could locate Mr. Black. He's gone missing. Don't ask me, though. I don't have the first clue as to where Mr. Black could be. Fiona hasn't seen anything, so he probably hasn't headed east, and Tramp Fine himself hasn't seen him out west. I suppose he might have wandered north from Belmont. If you manage to find him, take a photo so that Tramp Fine can be sure you found the right bear. If you manage to find him, take a photo so that Tramp Fine can be sure you found the right bear. Hope told me he spotted a bear while hunting that had strayed a little too close for comfort to outposts and campsites. He said it was behaving strangely, walking in circles and tearing down blinds. It's probably an old and starving male, possibly sick, too. They get unpredictable and dangerous like that, so we try to put them down as soon as we hear of them. Seeing as you handled black bears well in the past, would you mind helping out? There's a sizable payout in it for you. Be sure to keep your distance from this one. I don't think it takes too kindly to people. Well, if it isn't our old friend, Mr. Black. So that's the bear Hope said was causing trouble. But Tramp Fine wants another photo of it. Now this here is what the French like to call an impasse. That's a nice picture. I'll send it to Trampfine. I guess you'll have to figure out what you want to do now. Hey, I have to ask a favor. I usually don't do this, but I don't have anyone else to turn to right now. There's some sort of smoke pillar going on up by the High Lake outpost. Emily called it in, but she sprained her ankle during the rush to head out, so she can't take care of it. Could you just go out there and have a first look before I call in the cavalry? Even a small fire can be devastating to the reserve if the wind catches hold of it, so I'd really appreciate the help. Hey, I just got a message from Hope. It seems now that you got the bears off his back, the coyotes have moved in instead. Apparently, they're thinning out the whitetails in Belmont. Hope went to Fiona about it, but she actually recommended you instead. One more thing. Use a bow to down the coyotes. That way you won't scare off any whitetails nearby. Paul and his dad were quite impressed with that Highton River moose you harvested. They've now invited you to try out the circle route. It's something they do every year. They hike around the reserve and try to bag the big five. The one with the highest total score gets a little something extra as a reward. You feel up for it? It's going to take you a while, but there's more than just bragging rights at the finish line. Here in Lake District, you'll find the easiest harvest of the circle route, the blacktail. Remember that you can travel to the outposts in each region to rest and stock up. Might help you out on the circle route. Trampfine will be happy to know that Mr. Black is alive. I'll have to keep my eye on that bear, though, see that he doesn't pose a threat to others. Maybe he just missed Trampfine. Hey, I can't believe I just said that. Seems like whatever Trampfine's on is contagious. You're back in High Lake now. See if you can find out where that smoke is coming from. Well, look at that. Someone forgot to put out their campfire. Emily sends her thanks for taking care of the fire. Her ankle's gonna heal just fine, but she's on bed rest currently and isn't coming back to the reserve this season. She left me her notebook as a thank you and wanted me to pass along an interesting observation she made. I think it's meant to be a challenge for you. Apparently, she saw this Roosevelt bull, a real beaut up by the Layton Canyon watchtower. The thing is, she could only ever see it from the tower. Whenever she tried going down the canyon for a closer look, it'd disappear. So, how's your long-range shooting? Oh yeah, and here's the tricky part. She only ever spotted it at night. Riders, they're all night owls. But so is this particular elk, it seems.